Good morning, America. No, not good morning to you. Shwetako, relax. Akon na. I think I figured it out every time I start talking to you because they never do these things. Oh, see, if I start talking, they think I'm talking to them because I'm always in the room or in my studio. This is Zero Hour, episode 26. I am no one. This is episode. Yeah, I think I'm looping. All right, hold on. I did. This is my cheat sheet, by the way. It's on some receipt and for this marathon that I'm doing. And the name of this episode is We Can Finally Begin. Uh, Today is a very special, well, I'm very special at this moment, but we have to keep going, right? I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine, who's now a friend, a fellow patriot, Miss Marshall, and in our conversation, she said, "We can finally begin." And I was like, yes, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Again and again and again and again, as many times as it's necessary to withstand any form of tyranny or any form of prejudice, to remain within what it means to be American. We need to redeem ourselves through action, through reparation of many forms. I don't mean just money. In fact, money is probably the smallest and most insignificant component of it. The Georgia elections taught us that, right? This is why all this ugliness is the silver lining. And I haven't talked about coronavirus much because I've been overwhelmed by everything that's happening. But now, as it stands, every day, over 4,000 Americans are dying in the United States from COVID or COVID-related diseases and conditions. And I don't know how to quantify that loss yet. I'll talk about it. So this is the very first episode that is kind of like a collaboration between a stranger in the internet speakeasy of Twitter. And I promise I'll talk to you more about the speakeasy. Speak easy, man. Speak easy. There's so many kinds of it. And I don't think we make the most of it. I think I kind of screwed up by perpetuating the binge drinking and partying and not understanding the meaning of a true speakeasy. I guess I was more of a nightclub sort of a person. But then I became a very speakeasy kind of a person. But I think maybe I always was a speakeasy kind of a person who had to dance sometimes. So this is a collaboration in the Twitter speakeasy. Speak easy. Miss Marshall told me that we can finally begin. And I said yes. And I asked her if I can use that line for this next video. And then I had this, I don't know what, craziness or not, this idea to do as many as I possibly could. And I wrote down so many that the sun's about to go down. Now, I'm going to do really something interesting. So on my website, the Tribute Projects, there is a link to the top right-hand corner of the website that looks like two locks like that. I promise you, it's not spam. It's just if you put the Twitter or the YouTube handle on a website on the Wix platform, it automatically shows the and thank you Wix for your website. I pay for it; it's not free, but it's worth it. So Wix doesn't have a sign for Amazon. But that's the link to where my books are. But I'm not going to ask you to go buy it. I'm just going to read something. It's already published. I think I did it digitally published, digitally self-published. Oh my God, not Schumann and Schuster, not Penguin. Oh, I couldn't care less. That's the whole point of my project. Read the first book if you want to know. And it was rough around the edges, just so you know, but it may make you laugh. So this one is Words of Tribute, which I think is the third digital thing, self-publication I have on Amazon. I wrote this on November 13th of 2016, and you can look it up on Amazon to see when it was put on, not yesterday. It's called Nation. The shot from the bow. And a fire was lit under the earthen kiln by a core of molten heart. Strangers woven together, melding parallel times into a one-string chime of a nation with one heart and mind. One soul unfolded, connected and molded beyond the reach of death, beyond pain and sorrow, and a happiness borrowed to the blissful state of kindness, beyond time, beyond gray lines, and without hate crimes, my nation of one heart and mind. So that was, where am I? That was one that I wrote in November. And then the other one that I wrote on ¿Dónde está? And then on January 26th, 2017, in the same publication, I wrote another piece called Mending. And it goes like this. It's a prayer of faith. This was the intent of fate, to fracture faith at the core, along its line of ideas, to separate light from darkness. A deed impossible, but done, with a colored veil of numbness. But broken things that belong together mend. They bend into tightened bootstraps and pantsuits and pride flags, along fractured lines for the test of our time. Stand together, love one another, and one more after that, and on, till the end of time, for the many in mine. So those are the two little pieces that I wrote as Donald walked into our real part of our lives that's real consequential. And as that micro era ends, I feel it is our duty for our future generations, for this planet, for the world, but for this, for what we are talking today, for our Constitution, for the Constitution of the United States of America, which is the oldest democratic constitution in the world, on which many, many, many other legal systems are based. And it's fundamentally better. I am biased, I suppose, but it's hell of a lot easier. And there's a small revolution going on within the legal community. And I think we saw that during what happened in the last year, and especially after the elections. A lot has happened from November 3rd till today, which is January 9th, 2021. A lot has happened. And it'll take a long time for us to process it. And there's going to be a lot of work. And we're all going to have to do it in any capacity that we can. What I can do is paint and write and talk to you and tell you how I see what it means to be American. And it's just a story of one person. And today it's a story of two people, Miss Marshall and me. And the last part of this episode is that this will be the last episode of 0 Hour by No One Unscripted. And there is, as I speak now, I have posted a new poem, a piece that I wrote for what's coming. And I call it Working Song. We can finally begin. And if you do share this video, do tell people to speed it up because I talk really slowly. I got this from Mr. Obama. I'm telling you, Mr. President, you need to speed up because I need to be able to emulate you, give me something to work with here. Or I have to everybody has I have to give a disclaimer in the front of every video saying speed it up because I talk like Obama. So and one of those really adorably seditionist people had said that I look like Obama, blah, blah, like Obama, like it was some sort of and talk like Obama, like it was some sort of an insult. I mean, that was probably the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. So I'm like Obama if Obama instead of doing really well and being the first African American editor of the Harvard Law Review and president twice, had just completely made all the wrong decisions, from the age of fucking 14 onwards. Or 15. Anyway, I've still continued to make a shit ton of mistakes. So that poem is a near real-time synchronicity with this episode, and I think it's fun. I just did it for fun. So this is the last episode of 0 Hour, but 0 Hour Utopia will begin right after this. So, I mean, e pluribus unum.